What's going on, people? It is Irish Gunner HD here, you can call me Irish, and today I thought I'd do like something a bit different and kind of experimental. I've never done anything like this before. Well, I kind of did with Battlefield 3 back on the consoles, but I'm going to try and work through showing you a bit about recoil control in Ghost Recon Online, because there is actually a recoil mechanic in it. The bullets, the gun does punt upwards if you're not controlling it. So I'm going to go through the different kinds of firing modes and stuff like that, and like the different ways of recoiling. From what I can tell, most of the guns have a fairly solid upward bounce, upward spread, or whatever you want to call it, like direction. I'm going to be using all standard, everything standard, the M27 GI for the assault class, and then either in the same video, depending on how long it takes to show you each part, I'm going to show you either in the same video or in a separate video. Well, separate videos, the other two classes, the specialist and the recon, how to try and counteract the weapons involved with that. But again, as you can see up here, like I've not got that, like I don't know if that shows my level. Is that my level? Am I level 10? I don't know exactly. Again, there's like bits of this game that I still don't fully understand, but as you can see, it's fully stock. It's a fully stock gun, apart from the reflex open sight, because I just prefer that sight, but that obviously doesn't affect the handling of the weapon. So I'm going to enter the fire range, and we'll just say, come back to one of these, this big wall here. So, I don't know. No, should I? Maybe. Actually, yeah, since there's distances, this probably be more helpful. So I'm going to stand at this wall, and I don't know which one of these is the 30-meter mark, but I'm just going to aim at this one, okay? So, as you can see, I'm not going to fire at that guy's head just in case, and I'm just going to hold down the button, so we'll see where it goes. So, as you've seen there, and it was actually off to the right a bit, but it's not, I don't think it's always like that. Yeah, so it's more or less directly up, slightly to the right, a bit of side-to-side recoil, as you can see. Hip firing as well is just atrocious. I actually got a hit on that guy there, a headshot, but that was completely random, I didn't intend on that. So yeah, it's pretty much what you see is what you get. If it goes straight up and a bit to the right, you just pull straight down. And I've found the same thing that happens with Battlefield applies in here. Like burst can help, just kind of getting little clusters together like that. I don't know if there's any sound actually. If there's no game sound, that means that just because I can't find my headphones, so I have to, I've got to turn the volume off on the speaker. So apologies if there's no sound. But yeah, anyway. So once again, just bring it down, and it's not easy. It's not the easiest thing in the world. I'm just going to escape and go back out to replenish my bullets and stuff. Like, it's not the easiest thing in the world to do, but it is pretty much just a straightforward, just pull it down, like as you can see there. Because of the spread on the gun, the natural spread that the gun comes with, I don't know stats and facts and stuff like that. But obviously, like, there is a spread to the gun, so like you're always going to get that, like, that kind of bigger. That was maybe maybe just focusing on the actual recoil control itself and not bursting. Yeah, I seem to be getting a slightly tighter pattern by just holding down the trigger. But yeah, like as you can see, it's kind of popcorning all over the screen. Like it does bounce a little bit. I'm not letting it. I was only mediumly. I'm such a word inventor. I was only kind of like holding that down there. I wasn't really thinking about it. But like the way it works is as you probably know by now, as I'm moving around, see in the middle, there's the 1% critical thing. To get maximum effect, you have to be like, I assume that's like the spread and stuff. Sorry, back out just once again. I assume that 1% critical thing is, that's to do with the spread. Like, I know what it actually means is like you've got 1% chance of getting a critical kill, but, or critical hit, sorry. But, yeah, as you can see, if you're looking down the sights and you're moving around, you're much less likely to do more damage. So what you want to do, if you can, is like, say, come up here, which go behind cover. If you take cover, that also, as you can see there, hold on, come back in. Just as I take it in there, see 30% control. What does it say again? 30% control, 19% accuracy, 50% stability. So taking cover and actually going into cover actually does hugely increase the gun's stats. Basically, it makes the guns even better, because it gives you these little advantages and stuff like that. Sorry, my mouse is slipping over the mouse pad. That wasn't that good, I'm aware. But yeah, so like to get maximum effectiveness, obviously you want to go behind cover. You want to pull basically straight down with the M27 in the assault class. You want to pull straight down. See how quickly that was? That was a really quick kill, actually, strangely. I know I got a hit marker in there, but Like, it's just, it's a lot of things that you've probably learned from Rival X Factor before, they carry over to it. Just pulling straight down, staying on target as best as you can, and always go behind cover. Like, actually, don't stand here and peek like this, like shading like this. Actually take the cover and just come around, because there's no reason not to. You're getting all them advantages and stuff, the 30, 19 and 50% increases. And then it's literally just pull straight down, depending on the gun. Obviously, this one here in particular, you should pull straight down, but it's just adjusting for that, like the complete. Back out a little bit. Just completely doing what the gun requires, and it's that thing of testing and going in and coming to these blank walls and going, okay, what way does it recoil if I don't correct it? And this goes, as you can see, pretty much vertical. So, and it stops there. So, like, you have to just gauge it, and it just takes practice. I'm just slightly pulling down now, and I could have even kept that tighter there. That went up a little bit, just with the last couple of shots, but as you can see, and I'm standing very close to the wall now, which is why they're a lot tighter than they were over at the 30 meter mark. But yeah, it's not hard to do. It's something that you really should try and take advantage of. If you are into this game and it's something that you enjoy, and you want to be the best that you can be at it, definitely you can't just be like coming up into the corners and being like, where am I shooting? Aiming all over here. Definitely, you just want to get that down. It's literally just pulling it straight down is all. So there's no big secret to it. I suppose I could show you the sidearm. That's pretty much just random. I mean, when you're firing off single shots like that, it's kind of hard. Like, at least with the fully auto-ness, if that's a word, of the assault rifle, you can still pull it down. You can still control it. You can still get all the shots on target. Maybe switch to fire modes, as I said I do. See, that's weird because I'm pulling that down to correct for the recoil, but there isn't actually any. So it's also effective just doing that. It's not, but to be honest, I would use semi-automatic more with the PDWs. I find them taking cover with it, or not PDW, sorry, the LMGs. I would take cover with them, and then like either semi or single shot. Oh, sorry, semi or burst, depending on what the weapon can actually do, what it's capable of. I may just go back out and switch class to actually show you that, because it is different. Like, it is different with these big ones, and this is actually not my bad. That's not the standard one, because I unlocked that for a couple of games. I think that is the Mark V. So you come into the cover and take the cover, and what I would usually do is jump onto semi and just pop shots. Like, there's little to no recoil there. That's minimal. Like, there's nothing there. And because obviously it's the LMG, it's got like a huge magazine, you can just take out guys for days. Like, obviously before you do anything, you should take it, like, you should sort out your mouse settings first, like that, like your sensitivities and stuff. You should take care of that stuff first. That goes without saying. If you don't know how to do that, look up Rival X Factor's mouse tips and stuff like that. He has a link to it. It's called a mouse fix or something like that. It's just a file that you can download and run. It's a registry edit, and it removes all mouse acceleration. Like, if you don't do this, then you're not getting one-to-one movement, and that's what you want in first-person shooters. If you didn't know that, there's a tip for you. You always want one-for-one movement with your mouse. If I move it like tiny little bit, I don't know if you can even see that. I'm moving it tiny little bits. I want that little tiny increments of movement. Like, I don't want any big jumps or any skips, or I don't want it to slowly start moving and then move faster as I move around the corner or whatever. Hold on till I just switch back to this and the fire mode. You don't want anything interfering. You just want to be able to. What is going on here now? Did I activate something by accident? Right, so here you can see me controlling. I'm going to finish that point there. I'm just going to show you while I'm talking. This is me trying to control the recoil of the big LMG. It's not hard, it's not easy, but it's also not particularly hard. I'll back out. You want one-to-one movements with the mouse. You want just every single movement you make to be what happens on the screen, and then you want to get your sensitivities right, because you don't want to be. My mouse has an onboard sensitivity adjuster thing, and I don't think it's really having an effect in this game. But in Battlefield, as I flick through the things with the little button, it's a rat. What's the name of the company? Either way, it's a Rat 3, so it's not like a big fancy mouse, but it's got buttons in the middle to adjust the sensitivities and stuff. And for like normal internet usage, I find my gaming sensitivity, I use the second second lowest one, but I find the lowest one to be too low in games, and I find the gaming one that I like to be too sensitive for like just using the internet and stuff. So it's good to have that kind of stuff worked out and know like my sensitivities in game and stuff like that. I tried to match them all up to Battlefield. Once again, it's all Rival X Factor's tips and stuff. He recommends that to do a full 360 in Battlefield 3 at least, you want to be doing it in about 5.5 inches, I want to say, between 5 and 6 at maximum. I think maybe nowadays he's gone down to 4.5, but I got comfortable with 5.5, between 5 and 6, so that's what I do. And then lastly, I suppose I'm just going to, because the Recon class are sniper rifles, so there's no real way to counteract those that recoil. But as I come to an end of this like long rambly tutorial thing, I'll just see what I can do from this distance, holding down the trigger. My mouse slipped a little bit there. It's not easy, but it's doable. Like, but obviously you've always got the option to just, I don't know if you can hear my mouse in the background there. Just take it easy. Just click, 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 click. That burst fire, that will do the job. 9 times out of 10, that will do the job. Like, if you see the guy just, and even at that, you have to you only have to very small changes or corrections to the recoil. Is all you have to do with that. But I'll shoot this guy in the face, and I think that'll be pretty much it. I don't know how many people are even going to see this, because Ghost Recon Online is not the most popular in the game in the world, but if you did and you found it useful, appreciate a thumbs up. If you're new here, hit the subscribe button. Thanks for watching the video.